Hey everyone! Today we're talking about lesser-known serial killers, specifically Belle Gunness. Now, I think I heard about Belle Gunness from Deadly Women, I think. So, we're going to talk about her today, and hope you enjoy it. Belle Gunness was born on November 11th, 1859 in Selbu, Norway as, oh my god, this name, Brynhild Polstader Storseth. I think that's how you pronounce that name, but who knows. And she was the youngest of 8 children. In 1881, she relocated from Norway to America, where she worked as a servant. She married Mads Ditlev Anton Sorensen in 1884 in Chicago, Illinois. The couple owned a confectionery store, which is like a store for like candies and crap, I think. But within a year of its unsuccessful run, it was gutted down by a huge fire, which led them to collect insurance money. And with this insurance money, they purchased another house. Now, there were 2 life insurance policies on Sorensen, which overlapped on July 30th, 1900, and coincidentally, he died that day. Now, this overlapping caused more money than just one of the policies by itself, so yeah. Anyway, although the first doctor to examine him suggested poisoning as his cause of death, the family doctor mentioned heart failure, and thus no autopsy was done. So there was no autopsy on this man, even though the first doctor that examined his body was like, hey, maybe it was poison. And nobody checked into it. Gotta love the police in those kind of matters. There's so many unsolved cases because police were dumb. But anyway, on to the rest. Belle then collected $8,500 from the insurance companies. Sorensen's family accused her of murdering him to get insurance money, but it's uncertain if there was any actual inquiry conducted. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. Who knows? She remarried to Norwegian-born widower Peter Gunness in April 1902. A week later, Peter's infant daughter, who was alone with Belle, died of unknown causes. I think we all know what happened. Anyway, Peter himself died in December of that year. Belle alleged that a sausage grinding machine fell on his head, resulting in his death. Strange. Anyway, resulting from Peter's death, she received another life insurance payout, and although an investigation on the death was conducted, Belle managed to come out clean. In 1907, Belle hired Ray Lampier as a farmhand. In pursuit of more victims, she put an ad in the matrimonial columns of daily newspapers, and many affluent, middle-aged men, of course, responded. The arrival of several suitors in 1907 is what followed, none of whom, except George Anderson, could leave her farmhouse. She kept herself on the farm, and other farmers who passed by noticed at night she'd be digging the hog pen using a shovel. So, yeah. Eventually, Lampier, the farmhand, who gradually became an accomplice and fell in love with her and became jealous of her many, many suitors, which later led to her firing him in 1908. Because, yeah. Lampier eventually posed a problem for Belle, which led to her having him arrested for trespassing. Then, the brother of one of her victims became suspicious of his disappearance and wanted to find the truth. And truth he did find. Anticipating trouble from Lampier, Belle met M.E. Leleater, a lawyer in LaPorte, and told him that Lampier threatened to kill her and set her house on fire, and she was worried about her life and the lives of her children. But she didn't go to the police with these allegations. She also made a will through Leleater, bestowing her entire estate to her children. On April 28, 1908, Lampier's replacement, Jill Maxon, woke up in the early hours to find that the farmhouse was on fire. He tried to call out to Belle and her children, but got no response. So he jumped from the window of his second-story room and rushed for help. By the time help arrived, though, it was too late. The house was burnt to the ground. Bodies of Belle's children were found in their beds, while the headless corpse of a woman was found. And because of the headlessness, it was difficult to positively identify it as Belle's body. But at this time, the police just assumed it was Belle, I guess. Lampier was arrested on charges of arson and murder. He was found guilty of arson and was sentenced to 20 years in prison on November 28, 1908. He succumbed to tuberculosis on December 30th, 1909. It is still unclear if the woman's body was in fact Belle's or not. Some believe Belle killed someone else and left her body to be discovered by authorities. And on his deathbed, Lampier confessed to his role in the murders as well as helping Belle fake her death. That was the story of Belle Gunness. Hope you enjoyed. Comment, like, subscribe if you wanna. Do it. It's there. Anyway, we'll see ya in the next video.